Today I'm watching and breaking down the cinematic language of character trailer Nefer, Shadow-Bearing Serpent from Genshin Impact. Make sure to watch my whole playlist of Genshin cinematic breakdowns. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what the big deal is here.
Not here on business? You just wanna get to know me?
Is that a chess piece?
That'll cost a story of your own.
Awesome. Let's look at the character design here. The first thing that I'm noting is her name is Nefer, as of course remind me of Nefertiti from Egyptian, his famous, awesome ruler who's known for representing beauty as well as religion. But what I'm noticing here is this symbol right here, which of course has been a little bit Genshinified, but this symbol on her eye is actually a symbol of the Eye of Ra from Egyptian religion, and it means this like ever watchful, wrathful eye. So I'm a little scared. It could just be aesthetic. It could just be for, matching Sumeru and they're kind of like, facsimile of Egypt in this story, but very interesting. Also the cat is really cool, kind of Egyptian reference, and this chess piece, super interested to know what this is going to mean. If it is in fact a chess piece, I think so. Looking at the bottom of it, or like a toy for the cat. It's very cool, and there's a bit of a like sinister vibe to this. with this kind of, I like that detail shot that was put in there, the insert shot, to kind of express she knows more, which also gives a little bit of that religiosity to it and divinity to her.
That'll cost a story of your own.
Super interesting. Oh, awesome.
Interesting. Next.
So she's like hearing different stories, but like, I like how she's being included in these shots.
Too obvious. Next.
It's really cool.
Fraudsters, scammers, liars, same old tricks. Now, you get a story in return.
Man, this is shot in a really cool way. If you look at some of these shots, it's like she's kind of, again, sort of omnipotent. She's in all these different scenarios, but it's cool. It's as if you're talking to her about stuff that happened in Genshin, which with other characters, which is really fun. And the perspective is from us. Well, what a cool idea that is. But yeah, look at this kind of clever sort of like knowing smile that she has. It implies that she knows more, and she's kind of appearing in the scenes, and the camera has a subjective feeling to it. And that's because it's as if we are the person watching. Do you see that kind of like out of focus?
No.
Following around with a little bit of shakiness. That's to express that it is us viewing her. So isn't that so fun?
You get a story in return.
And we can go inside this guy's perspective. That was so fast. The sort of intro to the character is like a few frames. But what a cool idea. It's almost like we can't keep up with her, and she's constantly weaving around. We're following her hand. There was a lot of focus on hands in the other recent videos with the characters in this new location in Genshin, focusing on hand movement and everything. So we seem to be sticking with that sort of symbolism. And here we are. So let's see what's going on here. I love the subjective camera. There's that chess piece. Oh, this is like kind of backrooms feeling. Oh, very sinister now. The Eye of Ra, that's what I'm talking about, see? That's actually horrifying. The ever watchful, wrathful eye. What did I just say? That's so cool. And you can't escape her. Man, this is amazing camera work. It's a subjective feeling, as we said, subjective camera following, kind of trying to focus on her, but we can't. Even though she's everywhere, she's overwhelming us with her omnipotence. And it has like this backroom. What a clever idea to combine the kind of backrooms feeling with the Eye of Ra. Wrathful, ever watching. But there's a playfulness to it. And the music, yeah, there's the Egyptian feel. Sinister, man. Sinister. So before we see the last section, wow, there's so much going on in these shots, man. It's a furious pace. And I love the green, right? The green, of course, matches her character design, but it has the, I mean, look at this. It's the Eye of Ra, right? The ever watchful eye. It's so cool. So I like in this case that they're not just using references to culture. They're actually like fully exploring that and using that symbolism. But the playfulness there is a super interesting twist on it. Not just wrathful, but kind of like I'm playing with my food. I love this. Kind of like, you know, there's a door and then you're in this like other portal. It's crooked. Something's off about this. It reminds me like Ocarina of Time, right? The Forest Temple. Such a cool feeling. There's that cat, which I think represents her. But I love this. The kind of spotlight is on her. We're playing with light in really cool ways and color of light. The green kind of representing her. But what I love is this. That's so funny. He actually punches her there. I love this series of shots because he goes for the punch and we're in his perspective, FPS. Then we bounce out of it and we see her kind of like smirking like she's so good. But then watch this, we go back into his perspective, and as we go frame by frame here, it's almost like we're trying to keep up with her and we can't quite see her face. There's distraction, there's the hand, the sleight of hand, you know? And she comes through the door. But what I love about this green light, I think is such a cool idea, is that even when she's not seen, like physically, her body, the green light implies that she still is kind of like everywhere. Her influence is everywhere, which I think is so fun. And then there she is. We get some cool action shots here. Yeah, I love this. This is so... he's actually trying to strike her with a sword, and she's just like playfully ignoring it, right? Like totally fine. That was a great wide angle. Man, there's so many fast cuts, which I usually wouldn't have to go through it this intensely. But I love that this cut is just so smooth. Look at this. From this kind of tornado kick that she does over there, lands, and of course with the wide angle distortion, classic. We're gonna have this distorted camera as she sweeps that leg over here, and we get the wide angle distortion. It makes her body look really long, and it makes those kicks look very huge and kind of like impressive, which is a technique used in real fight scenes as well. Here we are, just an axe kick. And like, again, it's just full of so much detail if we were to pause here. Now, the sort of replication of her, to me, I think, again, just symbolizes her omnipotence, that she's everywhere. You can't escape her. Ever watchful eye of Ra. Wow. Awesome stuff. I love the sort of vocals in this music too. It seems like it's her voice, this kind of playfulness, this kind of teasing, you can't escape, you know, type feeling, and judgment. That's just so cool visually, man. The sort of distortion that happens with the checker background or the chess background. Coming back to that chess piece, man. At least that's what I think it is. I don't know if I'm missing some lore here. Feel free to fill me in. But it's really cool. Gonna remind you guys too, we want to hear about your favorite shot in the comments. Ooh, I might have one so far, but let me finish. As is tradition, I must pick my favorite, as you must. That's awesome. Now we have a bit of a respite.
Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself?
Are you okay?
What should we do now? Is that all?
Oh man, that's terrifying. Wow, and there's the chess piece. Yeah, there's the chess piece. Wow. The feeling of insignificance, man. The feeling of insignificance that you feel when she's not only moving the chess piece, kind of controlling you as a piece. You are so tiny. Wow, and there's the size of that cat. It's awesome.
That's
and like, yeah,
get.
the sort of what a cool idea. And it's on screen for so short. Look at this. Herself just everywhere. This is particularly funny, I think. Just like leaning on herself, sleeping.
That's what you get for lying to me.
Oh.
Go ahead. Cry. Make me believe it.
Crushed by the chess piece. Wow. That's crazy. Really, really awesome ending. Song of the
Come
Welcome
again
Room.
sometime. I'll tell you another.
Enticing offer. Right, guys?
So the character that was... Hold on a second. The character that was talking to her...
I'll tell you another.
That look right there is so funny. Look at the eyes. She's so over her nonsense, right? But that's fantastic, man. So I'm curious from a lore perspective. Like, by the way, this shot is terrifying. What's my favorite shot? Man, there's so many good ones. This is cool. This is a standout. I don't think it's my favorite. I really like the one where she's just like, right. Where was the one where she's sitting with herself? There's like, the shots are so many. It's actually hard to find it. But there's this really cool shot where she was like sitting with copies of herself. I think it was right before this, where we went on the chessboard, right? But that was definitely a standout. That's crazy. The speaking to everybody. I also really like this kick that we talked about. It's just so well edited. Like when you talk about connecting shots in a way that makes sense and doesn't confuse the viewer, that was really well done. And the use of wide angle mixed with this shot, which is a little bit tighter. Fantastic. I also really like this shot where you start to get into this like crazy kind of like backrooms type vibe right here. Was super interesting. Of course, the Eye of Ra reference there, terrifying. And it seems to kind of just permeate the entire video, which is awesome. But yeah, there's some great shots. I'll say, yeah, I'll probably choose that. There's another one I couldn't quite find. Let me look one more time. It's around here where you see all of the copies. I thought that was so cool. But the pace is so fast. It's actually quite hard to find stuff without watching the whole thing again. Yeah, that's it. That's the shot. I thought that was such a cool idea. And also, like, when we're about halfway through the video here, you start to realize, oh no, what have I gotten myself into? So I think that's awesome. But yeah, really, really deluge of interesting shots here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to hear yours in the comments. Make sure to sub if you want more Genshin Impact cinematic breakdowns, as well as many games. I'm going to be getting back to my streaming soon and making regular videos. I've been gone for my wedding, which if you didn't see, we announced recently. And you can catch some of that on our couples channel here on YouTube, Philip and Aaliyah, and of course our Instagram. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Cool new character from Genshin. I'll catch you guys next time.